The following is a summary of the use of capital punishment by country. Globally, of the 195 independent states that are UN members or have UN observer status, 106 countries have completely abolished it de jure for all crimes. 7 have abolished it for ordinary crimes and 28 are abolitionist in practice, while 54 countries retain capital punishment. Historically, capital punishment has been used in almost every part of the world. Currently, the large majority of countries have either abolished or discontinued the practice. Japan has the highest inequality-adjusted HDI of any country to use the death penalty. Singapore has the highest unadjusted HDI. The use of capital punishment is usually divided into the 4 categories set out below. Globally, of the 195 independent states that are UN members or have UN observer status, of the 66 sovereign states categorized as very high on the 2020 issue of the Human Development Index, 12 perform capital punishment: Singapore, the United States, Japan, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Oman, Belarus, Kuwait, Qatar, Malaysia, and Taiwan. In South Korea, Russia, the Bahamas, Barbados, and in Brunei, a moratorium is in practice. In Israel and Chile, it is restricted to crimes committed in wartime. All other countries in this category have abolished capital punishment. In Africa, there are several countries that use the death penalty: Algeria, Botswana, Egypt, Equatorial Guinea, Libya, Tunisia, Mauritania, Morocco, Somalia, Somaliland, South Sudan, Sudan, and Nigeria are examples of countries that execute people. In 2018, Burkina Faso repealed the death penalty for ordinary crimes, and the Gambia announced a moratorium as a first step toward abolition. Chad abolished capital punishment for all offenses in 2020. In the Caribbean countries, the death penalty exists at least de jure, except in the Dominican Republic and Haiti, which abolished it in 1969 and 1987, respectively. The last execution in the Caribbean, and the last in the Americas outside the United States, was in St. Kitts and Nevis in 2008. In Central and South America, the death penalty exists in Belize and Guyana, though it has not been used in years. In Brazil, Chile, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Peru, the death penalty is only legal in exceptional, special circumstances such as for crimes committed in wartime and was abolished for other crimes. Opinion polls state sentiment for governments to return to capital punishment remains high in many Caribbean countries and pressure on politicians to retain it factors high. Most executions worldwide take place in Asia. China is the world's most active death penalty country. According to Amnesty International, China executes more people than the rest of the world combined per annum. However, not all of China is retentionist, as Hong Kong and Macau have abolished it for all crimes. In Iran and Saudi Arabia, the numbers of executions are also very high. Of the 12 countries with a very high Human Development Index which practice executions, 10 are in Asia: Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. Although Malaysia since 2018 does have a moratorium. In 2017 Mongolia repealed the death penalty for all crimes, and in 2021 Kazakhstan, that was already abolitionist for ordinary crimes, abolished it also for crimes under special circumstances. India executes criminals rarely. 30 executions have taken place in India since 1991. The latest execution was that of 4 perpetrators of a gang rape and murder case on the 20th of March 2020. According to a 2017 report by the Myanmar National Human Rights Commission, 709 prisoners in 26 prisons across the country have had death sentences commuted to life imprisonment. The European Union holds a strong position against the death penalty. Its abolition is a key objective for the Union's human rights policy. Abolition is also a precondition for entry into the European Union. In Europe, only Belarus and the unrecognized Donetsk People's Republic and Luhansk People's Republic continue to actively use capital punishment. Capital punishment has been completely abolished in all European countries except for Belarus and Russia, the latter of which has a moratorium and has not conducted an execution since 1999. The absolute ban on the death penalty is enshrined in both the Charter of Fundamental Rights of the European Union and two widely adopted protocols of the European Convention on Human Rights of the Council of Europe, and is thus considered a central value. Of all modern European countries, San Marino, Portugal and the Netherlands were the first to abolish capital punishment, whereas only Belarus still practices capital punishment in some form or another. In 2012, Latvia became the last EU member state to abolish capital punishment in wartime. Russia retains the death penalty in law, but there is a moratorium. The last execution on Russian territory was in Chechnya in